This one is for our 11th estate community, and it's a video series to explain the complex but ultra important details that happen in class action settlements for investors. Now, on our front page, as you know, you can see some of the major cash settlements happening right now for some very large companies, but this goes way deeper. This is companies across the market. And you can see here we're logged in and we're going to click our profile picture. We're going to click profile, and now we can see all of the cases that we are involved in. Now, the reason why we would be involved in these cases in the first place is because we were investors in them. And in some way, these specific companies may have done something wrong. They may have, broken a law, or they may have misled investors, and now they have to pay investors back for that reason. And you can see just how much and how large some of these payouts are. Now, we're going to focus on the concept of accepting claims. So, this is an explainer about accepting claims. And in this educational video series, we're going to be covering all of these complex topics. In our videos within this playlist, you'll learn about stipulative settlements, lead plaintiff submissions, and all of the other key details. But let's first just get started by talking about accepting claims. What does that mean? Well, we're going to click into this case. We are involved in the QuantumScape $47.5 million investor settlement. Now, as you can see, these bars up here show you just how far the process has been going on and all the steps that have been taken to get us to this point. We had to enter our payout account data. Now, naturally, you have to prove that you have the data and you have the brokerage statements to show that you are an investor in this specific company during these critical time periods. So always pay attention to that. Then we have to sign an agreement, upload our confirmations to truly confirm, take a screenshot, download a PDF. Now we're in the process of verifying these confirmations. Now, if we show more here, we can read about the case and we can also see some key details. But the point here is that we are covering the process of what it means when you're in these class action settlements and you are in the process of accepting claims. Now, in June 2024, QuantumScape agreed to pay a $47.5 million settlement with investors, and this was initially agreed to resolve allegations of overstating the quality of their battery technology. You can see that right here. The battery technology was a big deal for investors. You can go search around the web and see just how many people were impacted by this. This is a big part of their business, the battery technology. You can see the key timeline details here as well. So what does this mean now that they have gone through this whole process, including on January 4th, 2021, once these flaws were, you could say, exposed or highlighted, the stock dropped 40%, almost 41% right here. I mean, if you're an investor, this is not good. You do not want to be a part of something like this because maybe a company misled you or something of the sort. Nevertheless, you're now at a $47.5 million cash settlement. So essentially, now that we are at the accepting claims process, which let us go back here to our homepage, you can see this. You can see the tags here, accepting claims. It means that if you owned QuantumScape shares between November 27th, 2020 and April 14th, 2021, which is the time period where all of this unfolded, so everything we just showed you, the details, the drop, well, that means you may be eligible to receive compensation and you get a percentage or a piece of this $47.5 million settlement. Now, accepting claims means that if you are an investor and you qualify, you have to submit your information before the deadline. And the deadline is right here. On all of the pages on 11th Estate, you're going to see the deadline. Get your information before this deadline. They are quite literally accepting claims at this time. Now, if you miss this deadline, there's a slight possibility that the courts will extend it to then allow for participants who are impacted, investors who are impacted in this specific time period to, bring in late claims. But why leave that to chance? Here's your deadline, mark it down, get your information ready, follow these steps on the page. This is what it means when they are accepting claims. It's time to move. Like, you've got this case, you don't want to miss it. If you were impacted, this is your chance to get some money back. So this is very important. So By the way, for those of you who are watching this video, you're a part of our new playlist, and we just want to remind you about 11th Estate, right? We are solving what is historically a very complex problem of recovering your losses effortlessly and now making it a platform solution that literally takes just a few clicks. We connected our portfolio, and now all of the cases we got to accept, follow, and track beautifully, just like this. So, class action settlements are a way for investors to recoup losses, and it's a great way to sort of get at least a piece of your money back if you're impacted within these timeframes. So if you're an investor in QuantumScape or any other company in a similar case, it's important that you stay informed and take action. And in this particular video, we're covering the accepting claims process, and it's important that you get in before the deadline passes. So thanks so much for tuning in. Be sure to follow us for more, subscribe to our channel. This playlist is going to, like we mentioned, be walking you through these important details about these cases. This video covered accepting claims, what it means. We walked through a real example, in this case, QuantumScape, but you can copy and paste all this information to other cases as well. And in our playlist, you can find educational videos about all the other key topics as well.